Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala.
Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Stay in your own silence. This is the purest of all meditation techniques. This is the beginning and the end of all the techniques. When you meditate only on this silence, you can't meditate on silence. You can be silent. Paying attention to the silence within is meditation. But this meditation is not for an hour or for a day. Once you know, you keep your attention on the silence. And it's not even a technique. Recognize the silence within. This silence is ourself. This silence is the substrata. All the activities of the word, of the mind, occurs on this silence. This silence doesn't participate in anything. It always stays as the same silent witness. This silent witness is the perceiver of everything. And this silent perceiver is you. Nothing beyond this silence. Whatever noise, external or internal, you hear, it's all pervaded by a deep silence. Because of our mind and sense organs, we only perceive the silence between the noise when it stops, or between the thoughts in the mind. But when you tune yourself to the silence, it becomes exactly opposite. You hear silence all the time, with breaks of noises in between. External noises and internal noises of thoughts. It's like changing your own perspective about things, seeing the same thing with a different vision. It's exactly similar to the tricky pictures sometimes sent to us on WhatsApp. It looks something, maybe an animal, and when you look from a different angle, it's a picture of a man holding something. Same picture, but two different forms. Exactly, it is the same with our true self and the mind. Because we pay attention to the mind all the time, we only listen to noises and thoughts. But if you pay attention to this silence, you only hear silence even in midst of noise, in midst of turmoil. Remember, your attention should be on a clear page, on a blank page, on the blank screen. When your attention is on the mind, on thoughts, blank screen does not go away anywhere. It's only your attention is not on it. I would call it power of attention. Whatever you are attentive to, it manifests for you. In this world, there are so many activities, so many things are happening at the same time. But you only see where your attention is. I remember when we were building our house, and whatever the project was happening, I could see only those shops around me, whether it was a tailor, paint shop, or door handles. And when the house was done, I had no use of those shops. They all disappeared. I'm pretty sure they are there where they are, but my attention is not there. This whole spirituality is game of attention. To be free, to be free of the mind, to be free of the vagaries of mind, put all your energy, all your money, all your attention to the awareness, pure silence. And always remember that is your real self, that is you, not the mind, intellect, ego, body, and the world outside. They are all its projections. Go back to the source. And the source is none other than you in the purest form, pure silence. Remember, this whole world is your own creation, creation of your mind. When it is your own creation, how can it cause suffering to you? If the suffering has come, it was your own desires which have created it. When you wish to watch a horror movie and you get scared, whose fault is this? No one forced you into the movie. You only wanted to watch this movie. If you put your hands in the fire, you will get burned. It's nobody's fault. Now, when you have decided to get out of the suffering of the mind, pay all your attention to the silence within. Ignore the mind. All what we suffer is the creation of mind. Not the creation of God. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsarya, all these are qualities of the mind.
Wash म्हणजे
These qualities are lust, anger, greed, delusion, jealousy. If you leave mind, all these things will leave you. Only thing left is deep silence. When you sleep at night and you have a dream, And in dreams, someone causes suffering to you. And when you wake up out of this dream, whom do you blame? Do you call that person and ask him or her why they did this to you? What do you do? You reconcile it's your own dream. The same mind plays another game when you wake up, starts this dream. Because you're still dreaming, you start blaming others, other characters of your dream to cause you suffering. Without realizing it's your own making. Mind is fooling you for so many births. And you're getting fooled into it. Just because you're not paying attention to the real gem in you. Always busy in the garbage. Garbage of mind. Pay attention to the purity in you, God principle in you. You in your true self. Stop blaming others to whatever is happening in your life. Even stop blaming yourself. You can only blame yourself if you think you are mind. You are only pure witness. How a witness can create an issue. Witness is never involved. But because you are so strongly attached to your story of the ego, you believe in all what has happened in the past as you have done it. Give up attachment to your own story and believe me, everything will be fine. This story which you believe is not your story. This story is of this body. You are beyond body. You were there even before this body. And you will be there even beyond this body. This body, this mind is for you to experience this world, to interact with this world. But always remember that you are the pure self, eternal, unborn, uninvolved. If you remember this, and interact with the world around you. It is like you are dreaming, but knowing in this dream that you are what you are. This is your protective shield. Nothing can affect you. Sometimes, towards the end of the dream, we realize that we were dreaming. And if it's a bad dream, how much satisfaction it gives us when we realize it's a dream. Exactly the same. The only way to break this dream, this waking dream, is first to have faith in these words, in all the teachings and scriptures, all what has been said by saints and sages, all hearing, reading, is to convince you that this is true. This is absolute truth. Once you are convinced, then stay as what you are convinced of. Stay as formless awareness. Even advanced seekers have this big misconception that they should meditate for 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours. Keep meditating for 2 hours every day for another millions of years. You can never be out of this bondage. One hour of meditation or 2 hours of meditation is not going to do any good to you, except some peace of mind, calmness, but still in bondage. If you really want to be out of this bondage, you're really desperate about it, you have this urge to liberate yourself, to break this dream forever, you need to meditate till you are free without a break. At least the moment you wake up in morning till you go to bed. And this meditation is paying attention to the pure self within, acting from there all the time, playing your role but remembering that you are formless awareness, remembering that you are not involved in the game in front of you, and remembering you are just a witness. Don't act like an individual. You are nobody. This attachment to the body has to go first. And the only way is if you are 100% convinced that you are pure awareness. You are perceiver of everything. Practice self-attention all the time. If you slip back into the mind, come back to the self. This practice will reap big results. Your attachment to the self and detachment to the mind will happen. First by practice, and then you will be in your natural state forever. Until then, you have to practice every day in all of your waking part. This is your sadhana. This is your practice. It is your false belief that unless you do a thing, it will not happen. Unless you decide, things will not move. This all is coming from your ego. Just observe, watch, and you will realize things happens on their own. If you don't decide, someone will decide on your behalf. Take a back seat, rest and relax, enjoy the life. Don't try to take decisions prematurely. A beautiful thing will unfold in your life. Life will take decisions for you. And those decisions will be much better than what your ego takes. And when you have not decided about anything, there is no guilt, no credit. You're always in your own peace. Always in your deep silence, without any waves. Don't judge things, don't analyze, don't have strong likes and dislikes. If you want to drop everything, only believe about your true self as the only truth. Pure awareness. Abide in your silence all the time. Accept everything. And be thankful to everything happening in your life. This is total acceptance with gratitude. And if you stay in total acceptance with gratitude, you will be free that moment forever. This attitude will burn away what you are not. Always stay as pure Brahman, unborn, always fresh, impersonal, source of bliss and peace, source of everything. And it's none other than you. You are the king who thinks like a beggar. Regain your position and know your true self. Go deeper and deeper in your own silence. It's infinite. Ocean of bliss. once recognized, you can never forget. All pervading silence, substrate of all body-mind complexes, sentient and insentient things, energy behind everything. Like all the organs in our body are connected. In a similar way, everything in this world and every word and whatever you can see or not see is connected by the same energy, pure awareness. For a very short while, you are manifesting as this body-mind complex. This is just a role play. Before, during, and after this role play, you are this energy. You are pure awareness. You are always free. You were never an individual, not even during this role. Role is just an act of play. Even during this play, you are free. Only because you have taken this role as you and you think this is reality, you are suffering. Suffering is self-inflicted. Remembering your true self is the best remembrance to God. Stay always in this never complaining mind, full of gratitude, thanking absolute power for everything all the time, and staying as pure awareness. paying attention to nothingness, emptiness, void. Watch things as if you're not watching anything. See things without any passion. Don't judge anything. Anything you see, hear, taste, smell, don't judge. Accept as they are. And a big transformation will happen in your life. Everything around you will become divine. You will see God in everything. You will see yourself in everything. And the mind will be at complete standstill because you are not giving any food to the mind. In midst of action, you know that you are completely inactive. And this stillness within is the source of bliss, joy, and peace. This is wisdom. This is knowledge. This is absolute freedom. Search within and you will find yourself. You are silence. You are purest of pure. No sin to you, no merit to you. No karma to you, no action to you. You are an eternal witness, always in your own bliss, standing on your own support, enjoying the play created by you, and without getting involved in it. You were never bound, so there is no matter of freedom. You are not the body, you are not the mind. You don't know what ego is. You are innocent like a child. As pure awareness, you are humble, full of humility, gratitude. Your fragrance is unconditional love for everything, as everything is your own creation, nothing other than you. See the things in the true perspective. You are pure awareness. Self in all. Om Shanti Shanti.